Camera rolling.
And welcome back to Morning at NTV. I'm glad you're still with us. Let's now switch gears from the politics to aspects, society, and into the literary works. Music is something that is big, and of course, as we enter the weekend, I'm sure many of you are thinking, where are you going to be? Especially when it comes to the concerts that are available to Ugandans, the revelers, I mean, not just about everybody, over the weekend. To talk about live concerts and what exactly they are, do they have value practically? As in, if you go for a live concert, after everything is done and you return home, what are the positives that you take? Do you say, I was at that particular concert, attended it, and you think that is a positive? Many people might think so, but it's down to the experiential aspects that come through when people do attend these live concerts and the music that they listen to or dance to. Joining us for what is no doubt a very pertinent conversation, one that we cannot manage on our own. We need the expertise, the insight, and the perspective of a man who has covered the arts at length and with a lot of experience. Andrew Kagwa, welcome to Morning at NTV this Friday here at Auto Spa.
Thank you very much.
You like the environment?
Yeah, I like the green. It's good to be around.
It's good
nature.
to be. Yeah. Nature, no doubt. And of course, many concerts are conducted in places that are green.
Yes.
There is that fusion of nature and modern technologies, and at the end of the day, that's what creates the experience.
Yeah.
But talk to us about the concerts and the music. What do Ugandans go for example?
Ugandans go for beer.
Interesting there.
No. Ugandans do not necessarily go to concerts to see the music, at least when it comes to local artists. Because there are usually very many chances that they've already seen this.
They've already seen them. They've already
very
had their
many
music.
Times. They've seen them perform very many times. So at times they just go for that peer pressure to just have fun, not necessarily for the music, which is the reason why at times it's very easy to pass, to be like, I will not attend that show.
I want to attend that show.
I will see that artist another time.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do not necessarily go to see the music. We go for the fun of it, and some other people go to support, because in Uganda, concerts have been very much politicized within the music industry. It's about showing someone, or measuring egos. So some people will show up to just make sure their artist gets more people than artist Z. Not necessarily to enjoy a show, but to show that we got more people than the rival. However, when it comes to international concerts, at times people go for the music.
Even when it's international artists come here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Then people will go for the music. They will go because they love this particular artist and they love the music. That's why you see that when an artist comes and they have a larger catalog, you see them in a bigger space, and more people will be there. Even the ticket bill will be a bit bigger. When it's an artist with a smaller catalog, it will be a smaller venue with fewer people. So for the international artists, people genuinely go for the music. There are a few local artists people go for the music.
Yeah.
Those are people that rarely organize concerts. But
I mean, at the end of the day, I think we can cut some slack for Ugandans, given the fact that our entertainment options are very limited. So to be at a concert at any one day is something that works well within being out there, having fun, and basically interacting with either friends and so many other people, meeting and making new friends.
Actually, for many Ugandans, going to a concert is the same as going to a bar.
All All right.
Yeah, so like you pay, at times you pay 20,000 to enter some posh bars.
That is right.
And there are performances that come along.
You could
So,
find a little bit of some dances.
Yes.
Some a cappella, some guys
And at
doing
times an artist who just came to chill, their music gets played, and they, before you know, they've jumped on the stage and they're performing
doing
for
it.
you.
That's premium experience.
so like your 20K gives you a concert you didn't pay for, and they put the space.
All right, and that, of course, is something that would make one want to look into what can be done to widen the, I'm trying to find the right words to use, to widen the dividends that come from the plethora or the many artists that we have. So that we can know that, yes, if I'm going for King Saha, there is a reason as why I'm going for King Saha. Not necessarily to support. If I'm going for an upcoming artist, what is it that I want to learn, know from whatever music they've chosen, what genre they've chosen? I think for the journalists like you who are covering this space, it's time maybe you introduce new pieces, bylines, where you can talk about the things that can guide the average concert lover or reveler in Uganda to begin to think about other things when they are choosing which options to go for.
Our revelers do not know what they want, and they do not want to be taught. Yes, Uganda,
they have their money.
They have their money, but they do not know what they want. Even when it comes to just the music they listen to, an ordinary Ugandan music consumer does not know what they want. I mean, that's the reason why we end up with the top music we end up with, because we do not know what we want. But when it comes to, say, like improving it, so that there is more for the audience, that specifically comes from the artist. The best way of improving what the artists are giving us is them manning their craft well, them learning everything around their trade. The reason why there is nothing to see at their shows at the moment is because we've already seen everything.
We've heard.
Yes, like there are chances that an artist who has a concert next week probably is going to be performing at Fik Fameka's concert today. And they will do about 5 songs, which are like all they have. And then they will be like, come for my show next week. And they actually want you to come after seeing them this week. You've seen how badly they are performing this week, and they want you to pay more for to see them next week.
Where they are the headliner.
Exclusively, And then, of course, shows like many Ugandans are not very, very exposed. Most of the Ugandans that go for concerts, they've not attended concerts elsewhere. They do not know that other concerts are not just concerts. Other concerts are actually experiences. Like someone brings you into their world and they perform for you for 2 hours.
I'm glad you talk about the fact that many Ugandans haven't known or don't know what other options are out there. But let me just take you to the iconic, is it pronounced Coachella? That iconic event, one that brings together so many
from
people
around the world.
Yeah, I mean, the experiential aspect about that concert or festival or that event is one that Ugandans ought to copy, especially the music events promoters and music promoters and events organizers, so to speak.
It's so hard to be replicated here because most of artists and then the music promoters and organizers want to impress everyone. Coachella is very expensive. That ticket is very expensive because putting together a show is not cheap. In Uganda at the moment, what we do is our shows are very cheap, and because the shows are very cheap, even the people that are on that stage will end up doing the bare minimum.
Interesting there. One very last question, and this one may be shaking a little bit of tables. I hope those tables don't have expensive wine.
They usually have.
The event organizers. I think at the end of the day, are they required increasingly to reinvent the wheel?
Most of them just provide gear. They are not that creative. They provide gear, and because they are not creative, they are not bringing any new tricks. But if they were creative, it's that time that they reinvent the wheel. We need spaces that artists can come to, simply plug and play, not to come to a venue where you're bringing your stage, you're technically bringing everything. Because of the kind of venues we have, it becomes very expensive one for artists to organize a show.
That's right.
And it doesn't make sense at the end of the day, because trust me, you cannot make money with the way we organize events.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew Kagwa, for coming through. Always emboldening insights and perspective when it comes to the art industry. As we enter the final bend of Morning at NTV, let's go to Lira and speak to our very own Julius Ochen for what is on the ground there.